Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Samantha Tapp, who went missing on October 12th of 2004 from Burleson, Texas. My immediate impressions for her was that she's alive and well, but she probably just has like a real disdain for how she was treated by her family. And there are people like that. If you burn them bad enough in their childhood, they could definitely be finished, with you or have no desire to connect with you. I'm not talking for her. I'm just saying that sometimes it's like that with folks. But I do feel like she is. I did feel like she was alive and well. Okay. So I did some cards for her, and first card is my parents did it to me. I think this is in reference to like some sort of abuse or something negative. Those closest to me were involved. Again, feeling rejected, pushed away, pushed off, some sort of like trauma there relating to the family. Because I believe that these cards are touching on like how this started or how everything began and then the ending result. Okay. I was badly beaten. And then, all right, so then we go into some of the other information. I dropped a card, so just bear with me. It says I have a history of drug abuse or alcoholism, and we know she was medicated because she suffered from bipolar disorder. That could have morphed into more illicit or street drug use. Not sure there. My death was due to an overdose, and I'll get into this in a second because I don't believe this is the same death. But you guys will find out in a second what I believe that this means. Multiple people were involved. My disappearance was due to an occult ritual. I'm in a cult, taken to a cult, or parents gave me to a cult. Okay, so let me get that other card. So just bear with me 1 second, guys. Again, this is in regards to Samantha Tapp, who went missing back in 2004, October 12th, 2004. Her family's been looking for her for years now. Hold on 1 second, guys. I know I need a better setup. Just bear with me, guys. And this was the card that we're missing. Taken to Central or South America. Okay, so let's get into this card and a couple others. Because what this is telling me is she got into like some spirituality and went down to South America and got into some ayahuasca or some DMT. That's what I think happened. I think that death card, actually, let me bring that out. And the multiple people were involved is because this is not something you do alone. Normally, when you're doing those things, you're going with groups or established, spiritual organizations that take trips to South America or Central America to do these spiritual retreat things. Okay. My death was due to an overdose. I think the death of her old self and her old life and the pain that she was carrying. I think she was in so much pain because I feel like she's one of those people that have to have family connection. Like when I look at her and I hear the story of like, she was left with her mother or somebody, she was left with somebody. Well, first of all, they were abused, right? Or the sister described what she would call corporal punishment, like getting beatings. And we saw that in the cards. Then they were separated. So that's the first problem is that they separated her and she was the youngest from her older sister. And she obviously needed community. I mean, when you're a young kid and you go through trauma and then you're separating the kids, it's really hard on them. So then her sister moves her, I guess she ends up with her sister, her older sister, who moves out with the boyfriend, lives with the boyfriend's family, and then she has problems where the older sister was living, where they were living together. And then she went to the sister and said, you know, I need to stay with you. Because again, she needs community. Samantha is the kind of person that needed community. Yes, there's a lot. I'm like that. I'm just like that. That's why I understand. I understand this very well. And so when the sister said, well, I can't take you in, but let me see how I can pull you in legally, you're going to have to go back. That was rejection again. So this is rejection after rejection after rejection, and feeling disconnected to people that she needed, people that she needed to be close to, people that she felt loved with and that she loved herself. That is devastating for young people. It is really, really, and it can change you chemically, mentally. It can do a lot of damage. And so we already know that she suffered from bipolar disorder, and she was on medication for it. So like I said, some people are very sensitive. They need community. They need family. They need to love and be loved, you know? And I think that this is a lot of what drew her finally to like a spiritual organization. And I think that's what it was, that she got plugged in. She got so tired of feeling the way that she felt. Maybe somebody put her on to like some kind of spiritual group, and, you know, they took her down to ayahuasca and it changed her. And it's probably the change that she needed. You know what I mean? Disappearance was due to an occult ritual. Some may call it an occult ritual. I need to make a spiritual card because that would be the next association. Then I'm in a cult, right? Some people might call it a cult when it's really just like a spiritual group. You know what I mean? Multiple people were involved. That's the community that you need. And that's how those groups are run. Because when you go through that whole ayahuasca thing, it is really life changing. I mean, there are people who talk about vomiting for 2 hours or for 24 hours and all kinds of things that go on. They do that together. You know what I mean? So I think that's what happened. I don't think she's deceased, but I think the old her would not have gone this long without contacting her family. So I believe she's still alive, but I think she transformed and she got with like some, you know, she had like a spiritual awakening or something like that. And it put her in a position to where it healed her, or it did something positive for her, or it gave her grounding in life. So that's my reading for Samantha Tapp. And stay tuned. I'm going to do another quick reading. And I thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video, share it, and subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you.